Ahoy there, nautical truth seekers. My name is Aries Ezra, your esoteric skipper on this voyage, and you have just boarded the distinguished ship Nautical Awakenings, where we have daily deep dives into esoterica and boldly sail steadfast into forbidden waters of truth, mystery, and ancient knowledge. Today's voyage, we embark on a mystery that might just be the most controversial of all. For centuries, the name Freemason has stirred whispers of hidden power, sacred geometry, revolutions, world orders, and coded symbols hiding in plain sight. Some call them protectors of truth. Others label them the architects of deception. So today, we cast off the blindfold and ask the question most fear to even consider. Are the Freemasons friend or foe? It's time to set your compasses, prepare your decklogs, and batten down all hatches. We're about to go nautical. To understand this brotherhood, we must set sail far back into the currents of ancient time. Long before there was a formal fraternity, long before the aprons and the rituals, there were the mystery schools. Egypt in Kemet was the womb and cradle for these secret schools' infancy. Schools like the Osirian Mystery School, where in those silent stone temples like Luxor and Karnak, initiates were not simply praying to gods but walking the steps of transformation. These temples were not places of worship in the way we understand today. They were instructional chambers of soul alchemy. The Great Pyramid was not just a tomb, but a technology of ascension. Every measurement a sacred vibration, every chamber a reflection of the cosmos. To be an initiate was to undergo a symbolic death, to descend into darkness, and re-emerge as a child of the stars. This is where the concept of builder first took root. Not one who lays brick, but one who sculpts spirit. And as the empires of Kemet fell and rose again in Babylon, Greece, and Rome, this hidden wisdom took on new names, new masks. But the lineage remained intact. Centuries later, in the darkened cathedrals of medieval Europe, another form of the builder emerged, the Master Mason. These were the craftsmen of Notre Dame of Chartres of Canterbury. But these cathedrals were not built as mere monuments to Christianity. They were living libraries of sacred geometry, Kabbalistic truth, and celestial alignment. The builders knew what they were doing. The rose windows, the hidden numbers, the sacred angles, and right down to their precise locations. This was not chance or accident. These were stone scriptures written in a language of light, only decipherable by those in the know, those who held the light. But the world was changing. The age of faith began to wane, and with it, the operative masons, the physical builders, began fading too. In their place, the symbolic builders emerged. No longer constructing temples of stone, they would now construct temples of mind and soul. Thus was born speculative Freemasonry. Within this esoteric fraternity, the trowel became a symbol of unity, the compass of spiritual boundaries, the square of moral foundation. The lodge was no longer a worksite, but a cosmic classroom. As the age of enlightenment ignited Europe, Freemasonry burned bright at its core. Its lodges became havens for philosophers, revolutionaries, and mystics. A new experiment in human freedom was stirring, and it needed architects. Enter America. Freemasons like George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Lafayette were not simply popular political figures. They were initiated minds carrying ancient blueprints. The city of Washington, D.C. was not designed by coincidence. Obelisks, domes, and Masonic grids marked the land. The Great Seal of the United States, with its unfinished pyramid and all-seeing eye, isn't some modern conspiracy. It is openly and proudly a Masonic emblem. America, in their vision, was to be the new Atlantis, a resurrected Egypt, a land not just of liberty, but of true hidden illumination. But as with all light, shadows form. In 1776, The same year America was founded, Adam Weishaupt created the Bavarian Illuminati. It claimed to pursue freedom from tyranny and superstition, but governments quickly outlawed it. The group went underground, if it ever truly disbanded at all. And as rumors mounted, some believed it had merged with Freemasonry, giving birth to a global secret order with one eye always open and hands forever hidden. The idea of a hidden hand, a secret architect manipulating the chessboard of nations, began to take root. Was this secret brotherhood freeing humanity or enslaving it? Much of the suspicion surrounding Freemasonry comes from what is hidden. The rituals, the degrees, the oaths, the secrecy. And yet, even within Freemasonry, not all members are privy to the same knowledge. This is what Albert Pike, 33R degree Mason and author of the massive tome Morals and Dogma, made explicitly clear. In that work, Pike wrote that Masonry, like all religions and mysteries, conceals its secrets from all except the adepts and sages. The lower degrees are symbols, important but superficial. The true meaning lies buried, revealed only to those who seek with clean hands and a pure heart. But it's Pike's references to Lucifer that sparked the loudest alarms. He did not describe Lucifer as the devil, but as the light bearer, a Promethean figure, a symbol of intellectual and spiritual liberation. To some, this is poetic. To others, it's blasphemy. And so the whispers began again. Is Freemasonry worshiping light or hiding behind it? If we're to measure the Masons by their symbols, we must speak their language. The square and compass represent the dance between the earthly and the divine. The all-seeing eye, a symbol of divine awareness, of the one source that observes and balances all. But in the modern world of surveillance and authoritarianism, that eye begins to feel less like providence and more like a prison camera. The checkered floor, a floor upon which all initiates must walk, represents duality. Light and dark, truth and falsehood, forever interwoven. And so it begs the question, are the Masons illuminating truth or mastering illusion? Do you want to know what isn't a mystery? Energy, and most everyone desires to have more of it. But how do you get more energy without inquiring the shadows? If you choose the path of W energy, you won't have to worry about the shadows. W, the perfect energetic formula that will have you initiated into the light from the very first sip. W is made with clean, pure ingredients and nootropics that will be sure to keep you energized for any endeavor. No sugar, no crash, and no artificial ingredients or aftertaste. Check the link in the description and be sure to use my code ARIES11 for a 10% discount. Thanks to Dubby and all my subscribers for keeping this channel afloat. We cannot speak of Freemasonry without touching on its cousins, the Rosicrucians and the Jesuits. The Rosicrucians emerged in the early 1600s, shrouded in alchemical metaphor and mystical Christian language. They too claimed to hold ancient knowledge, passed down from Egypt and Atlantis. Their texts spoke of the transmutation of the soul, of unity between science and spirit, of a great work yet to be fulfilled. The Jesuits, meanwhile, operated under the banner of Christ, yet their influence extended far beyond the pulpit. Masters of education, espionage, and theological warfare, they too have been accused of hidden agendas and quiet domination. While not formally tied to Freemasonry, their names often appear side by side in the labyrinthine theories of secret world governments and spiritual warfare. In today's world, Freemasonry continues. Some lodges are benign, focused on charity, mentorship, and personal development. But others are veiled in secrecy, linked to corporate empires, intelligence networks, and even black ritual practices. Some say the Brotherhood has split in two. The White Lodges, seeking human evolution and divine connection, while the Black Lodges, who have twisted ancient truths into tools of control. Freemasonry, like fire, can warm or burn. Its teachings can awaken or deceive. It all depends on the hands that wield them and the hearts that receive them. Maybe, just maybe, Freemasonry is not a force in and of itself. Maybe it is a mirror, and it reflects back to each seeker exactly what they bring before it. Within its veils lies a blueprint of consciousness, of cosmos, of the human condition. But that blueprint is not theirs to build. It is yours. Because you are the architect, the temple you're meant to build is not made of stone or marble. It's your mind, your spirit, your sovereign path. If this journey sparked something inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Speak it. Let others awaken too. Drop anchor in the comments. Subscribe to this channel, ring the ship's bell, and stay tuned for more voyages across the strange, sacred sea of forgotten knowledge. Until next time, my spiritual shipmates, this is Captain Aries Ezra, signing off from the bridge aboard Nautical Awakenings. Keep your compass aligned, your heart open, and your third eye on the horizon, because the truth is always waiting to be unveiled.